because growing up, I didn't have a father.
This is okay. It's okay. This lovely woman behind me is 25-year-old Shay. And Shay is coming to us from Atlanta, Georgia. Now, a few days ago, Shay found out a man named Kilo could be her biological father. A few days ago. Now, Kilo, believe it or not, has been on our show twice before, accused of fathering 2 babies. And now he is back today, desperate to uncover the truth about this 25-year paternity mystery. We're going to talk to Kilo first, but before we do, take a look at his last 2 appearances.
Kilo is the father of my son, Keontae. This bitch, Sterling, she's telling another man, Ray, that he's my son's father.
You don't think they look alike?
I mean, maybe a little bit now, but not really.
Do you think your baby looks like Kilo at all?
Yes, Maury, you have to see the baby pictures of
Kilo.
She was staying with Ray. I'm trying to figure out if she was staying with Ray.
It's funny,
she needs to
Maury,
figure
I'm
out
sorry.
if that's Ray's baby.
I'm not the one sitting here with 7 different baby mamas,
Yeah,
baby.
and that-
You. I got pregnant in April, so what is you saying?
You were at my house in April.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
My concern is for the child and for his father.
You ain't get...
Kilo, you are not the father. Ray, you are the father. 1 year later, Kilo returned because a woman named Kateria was claiming that he was the father of her 1-year-old daughter, Shaquila.
They don't have no kind of resentment of me. You feel
She
what I'm
look
saying?
just like you. What is you talking about?
The fact that I started finding numbers in her phone, she have
So I can have. You got
she,
all these
she
girls
got
on
numbers in her
Facebook.
phone.
You got
she
all
have
these friends, all
my
these
cousin,
girls
no,
that
one of my
he
family.
When it comes to 1-year-old Shaquila, Kilo, you are the father. So, Kilo was the father of 1 child, but not the other child. But those, you know, these are young babies. Shay is a 25-year-old woman, and she is here, and so is her mother, Lashonda. And we're going to talk to both of them a little bit later. But first, Kilo, some journey you've had on my show.
Yes, sir.
What do you think is going to happen today?
Well, basically, I'm trying to find the right resort. Now, I want Shay to be able to have a closure in her life, to know that she have a father out here that's willing to be able to take care of her.
Let's go back, because everybody ought to understand about you and Lashonda and how this all happened. And it happened way back in high school, right?
Yeah, she was like my childhood girlfriend.
And then you kind of, I guess, you kind of split apart, and she went on in a different crowd and messed around with some older guys, and she got pregnant when she was young. Did she ever tell you that she was pregnant?
No, she never told me that she was pregnant.
So you didn't know she had a baby?
No, sir, I did not know she had a child.
And she kind of like disappeared after you all broke up.
Yeah, she had moved away.
And about 3 or 4 years later, you see Lashonda, right?
Yes, sir.
And did she tell you she
Yes,
had
sir.
And she had a child?
When I seen Lashonda, yeah, she said she had a child, and she was grown, you know what I mean? And she wasn't no child no more. You feel me?
Right.
She's a young lady.
You've never met Shay. You're going to meet her.
Yep.
You're going to meet her today for the first time. I'm going to show you a picture of her. What do you think? You think she looks like you?
Yeah, she do. She's so adorable. I swear she's so adorable.
You wouldn't mind being her father?
No, I would not. I would love to be her father. Be able to know I have an older child out there, know what I mean? That I can be there for a father too out there in this world.
You hold anything against Lashonda?
The reason
I was young, we were teenagers, and we would leave school together, and I was like so in love with you. It was just, you were my first kiss, my first everything. I know I just walked away without telling you anything, just disappeared. But I actually started hanging with a new group of kids, and I apologize to you, and I feel bad about not telling you about Shay and waiting like 25 years later. I'm sorry.
Right.
Kilo turned out to be a very successful man, has a career. He's in the entertainment business. I mean, he's doing very well.
I agree. He's a wonderful father. I see him on Facebook interacting with his new kids.
How many kids do you have, Kilo?
Well, I have 7 kids. I'm not going to say 6 kids. I have 7 kids. And Shay make my 7th child.
So it's time to talk to Shay, who's coming to us from East Point, Georgia. Shay, nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
This is what is so remarkable in terms of your story and what I read about you. I've had a lot of stories about people your age coming on to find out if a certain person was their father. But not one of these grown children have ever been able to block out the fact that they didn't have a father the way you have. How were you able to do that?
Actually, it's hard, but I try to be nonchalant about the situation because growing up, I didn't have a father.
This is okay. It's okay. And it's good that you are emotional about this.
It's unfair to me.
And you, until you found out about, by the way, everybody ought to understand, you didn't know about Kilo until 3 days ago. Is that right?
Yes.
And you, for your 25 years, mostly said, okay, I've got my mom. I love my mom. I don't have a father. I know I'm going to miss things. But until now, you were able to block out all of this, the absence of having a father. And yet now you're on national television and you're very emotional about it, which is fine, which is good, in fact. It's good to let it out.
I'm sorry, Shay. I'm so sorry. I just try to share to you from all the negative and bad things in the world, and I just didn't want you exposed to certain things and certain people. So I just raised you as a single parent because I felt at the time that was the best thing for me to do. And my mistake happened because I was a teenager. I was only 14, 15, 16 years old with no direction, no sense of direction. And all I knew was to just hide my problems and run away from everything. And I thought that that would fix everything, but it didn't. I actually caused more harm than I thought I would.
So
and I apologize so deeply.
You accept her apology?
Yes, I do.
You grew up, Shay, with your mother telling you that the person who was your father didn't want anything to do with you in life, and it was a different person than Kilo. And now your mother reconnects with Kilo about a year ago on Facebook, and now 3 days ago when we call you, what was your reaction that all of a sudden we found this man who might be your father?
I was very confused. I didn't know who he was. I still don't know who he is. But I'm hoping to bond with him.
You've never had a conversation with him?
No.
You ever seen a picture of him?
Yes.
Do you see any similarity?
Yes, a little.
Well, I think maybe after 25 years, I think you've waited long enough. And I think maybe we should go and get the result of this. Because I think everybody in this story wants the same result. Okay, Kilo, you ready? Lashonda?
Yes, sir.
Shay?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
In the case of 25-year-old Shay, Kilo, you are not the father. Shay, are you okay?
Yes.
You okay?
I'm fine.
Lashonda, are you all right? Do you think it's...
Yes, I'm okay.
You think it's the other man who kind of went out of your life real quick?
Yes, I know it. Yes, I know for sure.
Shay, would you like to meet this man or not? No?
I'm here, Shay. I'm here. I'm right
Thank
here.
you, Kilo.
I'm right here. That hurt me. It hurt me. It hurt me real bad. But I'm still here. You don't have to worry like that no more.
Kilo, thank you very much. You're a stand-up guy. I'm glad you... first of all, we have a history, and I'm glad you came on the show today. Thank you very much. Good luck, Shay. I'm more interested in you and how you walk through life than anything else. You're a strong young person, and I'm sure you'll handle this. Thank you. You are not the father.